basically told that I am not going to get this disease ever again, and that my life is I can move ahead with my life, and this disease is sort of a past. But this disease came back again in 2013, and it was in May 2013, in fact, and I was told by the doctor that you have got TB again, and it was a huge shock for me. It was a very horrifying battle of life and death. I would often wonder that what has happened to me, is this like just something that's only happened to me, or is the disease so out there, more prevalent?
India has the most tuberculosis cases in the world. India is home to over a quarter of the world's 10 million tuberculosis patients. Tuberculosis, which is commonly spread through the air when an infected person coughs or sneezes, usually affects the lungs, but can also affect other parts of the body. Tuberculosis infected Nandita Venkateshan's intestines in August 2007, causing stomachache a month after she began her graduation. Nandita was busy battling tuberculosis and the stigma associated with the disease at a time when her peers were hanging out in campus hotspots, creating memories. She was assured that the treatment would bring an end to her woes, but that was not meant to be. Her stomach aches returned a few years later in 2013.
I was told by the doctor that you have got TB again, and it was a huge shock for me because I was looking to start my career, and there I could see that my whole life was coming to a complete standstill again. And this time the doctor told us that the disease has become quite severe in its form. Also told me that you will have to undergo one surgery where the infected portion of the intestine will be removed altogether.
The reappearance of the infection needed intense treatment, including 6 surgeries to remove contaminated portions of her bowel and a series of medication injections. Despite the fact that the injections cured her TB, Nandita awoke in her home to quite a few days after her 24th birthday. She could not hear her brother talk to her. She had lost her hearing.
I woke up from a 15-minute afternoon nap to complete silence. So I could actually hear everything 15 minutes before, and 15 minutes later I ended up losing my hearing without a warning. And this side effect of this medicine was not informed to us beforehand by any of the treating doctors. So this this deafness came as a bolt from the blue. It was a huge shock for everyone, including me, that in the process of getting treated for one disease, I am staring at a life-altering disability all my life, like bang at 24 years, and something that we were not informed about at all. And the fact that it came with a medicine was an even grave shock for us, because these are medicines that are supposed to ideally cure you and help you move ahead, not like set the time backwards or set the clock backwards with these kind of very horrible side effects.
Dance turned out to be Nandita's lifeline. Unable to hear any sound, Nandita had to match steps and stay in sync with fellow dancers. She says this gave her confidence and helped her connect with the frame of mind.
I got back to dancing, which for me was, I'm a Bharatanatyam dancer, and then I think that was very liberating for me as a person.
Nandita, along with fellow survivor Phumeza Tisile from South Africa, filed a patent challenge in 2019 to extend its patent on anti-TB medicine bedaquiline, which is a replacement for the BCG injection, which is a 100-year-old drug with unknown side effects. And drugs like bedaquiline, delamanid and pretomanid are not reaching everyone in need, and not all countries have been able to scale up. Access to essential medicines remains a challenge. Nandita has become a prominent advocate for a more robust worldwide response to tuberculosis. She believes that the most important part is to combat the stigma associated with the disease. She used to run a WhatsApp group where she answered questions from TB patients. She now shares her experience on social media and has been an inspiration to the globe as a TEDx speaker. Representing India at the United Nations, spoke at MSF, and is advocating for tuberculosis medication and policy to change in the world. As Nandita says,
the best way to overcome any disease or any setback is success. That's what I say. That you have to push yourself ahead and succeed. Only then you can sort of let go of your past.
with Lavanya Rautela in New Delhi and Dev Kotak in Mumbai, Bureau Report, India Today.